Okay, I don't know if you guys enjoyed the first episode I posted days ago, maybe 2 days ago. It was talking about like how to make currencies. I mean, huge amount of currencies at the beginning of the league. I mean, overall, like not just the beginning, but today I'm gonna focus on league start, especially day one, maybe the first 3 days, because PoE 2 right now, the tempo of the game, like the season, whatever, is super slow. Like the first 3 days, kind of equal to the PoE 1, the first day, I think. So no matter how strong you are at the end of the season, maybe the middle of the season, what strategy you're using, like farming ritual, farming bridge, farming daddy, whatever, everything's different at the beginning. You have to progress. And this is like the time most people are playing like online at the same time, and the most trading happens, I think. So the most important thing to evaluate a player all about is like, are they good at the beginning? Not like, are they strong at the end? Like whatever the bug you're using right now to abusing the game, how fast you are, the damage, tankiness, whatever, it doesn't matter. The only thing matters it's about like, are those playable at the beginning? Because you can switch to anything you want at the end. Nobody fucking gives a fuck. The game is like full of bugs right now, right? But whatever at the beginning, it matters. And that's what the topic about today. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about preparation. The first thing is about your healthiness. People are like, what the hell, bro? What has this? But for me, there's like few leagues ago for PoE 1, I have some like kidney stone in my body. I don't think I can play that shit that season, so I skipped that one. So make sure your body overall, everything is strong. If you keep playing the game like for huge, like really, really long time, you don't sleep, whatever, you don't die, okay? Hope you have a good body. Plenty of time. Yes, make sure, I don't know, if you ask your boss for days, for weeks. I know some like World of Warcraft player doing that. Ask for a month somehow, right? For PoE, make sure you have time. If you want to be super good, make sure you have time. You can't tell me, bro, I only have 5 hours per day and I want to like make huge amount of currency at the end of the, at the beginning of the league, bro. That doesn't help. This will never happen. Because if you have 5 hours, if you can make huge amount of currency in 5 hours, you can make 3 times if you play 15 hours. So time is always a thing, okay? And what I say here, yeah, you need to play as much as you can. Sleep as less as you can, as what I always say. But please sleep. If you don't sleep, you lose your, how to say, you're gonna like think about questions, doing math, strategy, logic, everything's gonna be super slow. So make sure you sleep, okay? But try to find the balance for yourself. I'm gonna say more things like sleep and foods. Okay, so people living in different time zones are playing one server right now. Especially you see those Chinese people, Korean, whatever, Russian. You see those, right? Make sure you will wake up. Make sure you wake a few hours ahead of the queen, and make. But for trading items, Asian nighttime would be the best time. There's most people trading, and all my stuff keep selling like when the Asian people logging. That's what I feel. So make sure you don't spend 2 hours on mail. During the league start, one of my craziest friend eat bread every single league at the first day only, because he think like eating stuff doesn't really worth. I mean, I eat stuff in 5 minutes, but I don't just eat slices of bread. By the way, he's like camping super fast. I'm like 3 hours 30 minutes. He's like 2 hours something. He's really good. Campaign speed. Okay. Please practice campaign if you want to be good. I think most people are already doing that in PoE 1, but for PoE 2 is a legit new game. I mean, since we only have Act 1 to 3 right now, it's not super complicated. And for most of the campaign part, I think the only reason the time takes so long is because the map is huge. It's not because the campaign is so super complicated. So right now, my campaign is like, 5 hours, maybe a little bit less than 5 hours for Acts 1 to 3, and for the later on, I don't know if they're gonna post something new for campaign or if they're gonna just do the same thing we have this league. So if they're gonna have same thing, probably my hours like 3.5 because I get more move speed and my all the like the build are already, how do you say, made up and helping, like all the skills are helping each other somehow. So actor 4 to the upgrade level of actor 1 to 3 is a little bit faster than the beginning one, especially at the actor 1. The game is super hard, you don't have anything. Actor 2 depends on the weapon you have. For Deadeye, Act 3, because I was on solo cell phone, but if you play Trading League, all the exotic orb I dropped can buy bows from mage players. They don't need bows, right? So we don't know about Trading League. Make sure you know your build in day 1 version. This is super important. Make sure you choose something good and something you know about. Like, what's the minimum to play? What's the how to change gears through the progression? Like, what do you need for white tier? What do you need for yellow tier? Right? So it's not about max your build. It's about how to make your build strong enough in day 1. With limited resources. This is the main reason I keep criticizing our non-crit player. Yes, non-crit is fine, it's playable, bro. We have over damage right now. Not really, because I have seen like non-crit player putting a lot of currency, still couldn't freeze the monster, right? You guys know that. So for regular players, day 1 version means low budget, but for top players, day 1 version means what items are acquirable in the server, because you couldn't say like, bro, I'm in a mask, I have like infinity currency, can I buy a mirror bow in day 1? Or of course not. Okay, so make sure your build is like the version of your build is capable on day 1, and whatever your skill is, you can afford, like you can afford that. Okay, group progression. This is a big topic right now because for PoE 1, there are people doing group campaign, I don't know. Like some of the streamer, they might doing this for so long already, but it's not really worth that, or the advantage is not that huge compared to how much effort they put to get those people together and maybe play together for so long, whatever the relationships keeping, whatever, right? It's not really worth that. Because every map you only need about 1 minute, and for teleporting sometimes like 30 seconds to go to someone else's hideout. Okay, so but in PoE 2, each map takes you 5 to 10 minutes for cleaning right now. I tested some big maps, huge. Even they added the waypoint right now, or teleport, whatever the small thing in the map. It still costs you a lot of time, like to kill all those real monsters. What if like somebody just invites you, go to their team, and just kill the last hit of the real monster, right? That's a huge time saving, and you all know that. For similar to PoE 1, you need about like 100 maps, maybe more than 100. I didn't count it. Yes, more than 100. It's like 120, 30 around that to unlock all the Atlas passives. This is where your loot comes from, right? So spend 30 seconds to teleport. Also try to have as much people as you can in your team, so the whole group play with you can progress as fast as you can. The faster they can do, the faster they can invite you to do more. So while most of the people doing white tier, you guys probably at the red tier. That's how you create the leading, right? I think this is more important than campaign right now, because in PoE 1, if you were 1 or 2 hours ahead in campaign, difference is huge. No matter if you were going to get currencies from white tier, yellow tier, or you're getting currencies from, what do we call those things? Hold on, because I've seen people doing that. They try to get their first link. What is this? What do we do? Let me actually find the English word for you guys. Haste. Yes. So people are doing haste like during campaign to try to get currencies for their 6 link. Some of you might already doing that, right? But in PoE2 now, instead of campaign speed, and I think which is more important is you have people to sharing the white tier, yellow tier stuffs with you, right? Because after white tier, yellow tier, the difference between the builds will change the progression. Some like slow builds couldn't do red tier. Some like fast build, they can just do that with all like blue magic items. We don't know, bro. Next season, we don't know. We're gonna get buff. What are we gonna get nerf? But I'm sure like some build gonna do red tier super easy. Some build not. Okay, so group progression. I will make a group chat in Chinese, and so people can easily help each other to progress level 1. Maybe people gonna post something like T1 like this. They're gonna post things like in their ID, whatever. So so like this, if they post this in the group chats, some people gonna talk to them. Maybe we're gonna do some trading. I think maybe one exhort it off as like currency stuff. Maybe not exhort, maybe Rigo. We don't know, but they're gonna definitely pay something. So people can help each other, or how to say, slow people can pay some of the currency to the faster people to catch up. I think that's super good for the whatever the progression things in PoE2 right now. Okay, so almost forget to mention, Ascendancy costs huge amount of time. Even the first 3. I'm not talking about the last one. You have to really get people to help you to carry you because your builds couldn't do that. I tested it in solo self-found. Even the Ascendancy 3, super easy. But you have to pass all the 3 floors, and it takes you 35 minutes. Or if you build as fast, 30 minutes. Okay. I tried it with the level 70 solo self-found data. I can legit one-shoot everything, but the map's huge. For some tower defense stuff, for like the hourglass, whatever thing, right? The time is time, bro. If you have 30 minutes, I can do like 5 white tier maps, maybe 5 yellow tier maps. What I'm gonna get is like 10 exhorted up. Legit like 5 drop and maybe 5 exhorted up from like other valuable currency, maybe from other valuable items. And yes, I will spend my time for progression, not for the Ascendancy, because for Ascendancy, you can just buy carry from people. This is what you do to save time, right? So make sure if you can get carry from other people with a valuable price, or invite people to yours if you were doing it yourselves. Make sure do not just do it by yourself, because I think the difficulty is not hard. The problem is the time. Okay. Live search. This is a big topic. If I only put 2 lines here. So whatever you build, you think is good for day 1, right? Make sure you have a live search to snipe items for yourself, or maybe for flipping, whatever, right? Because from white tier to yellow tier, you need to upgrade your gears. Also, the server, there's gonna be more and more people finish their campaign, go to white tier, yellow tier. The things acquirable are getting better and better. So you have to switch your gears to make yourself stronger, then do faster for the higher level of the maps, right? That's the basic like logics for the day 1, right? So make sure you can buy items with reasonable price, and keep updating your items. As long as you're the top group, the top whatever progression people, even the items you sell back, even like the items you switch the item, the old one you can sell, they still sell a lot. I think most of you people like watching right now understand what I'm talking about. You have to keep upgrading your items, okay? Do not just use like the same item from T1 to T50. Maybe your build is strong enough, but spend like 30 seconds swapping items doesn't really lose you any time. It helps you do the maps faster, okay? Even like the defense wise, you get more defense, you don't have to dodge something, it makes you progress faster, okay? Basic crafting. Yes, right now, the only thing we can do is identify rare items. I think that's most people do. But when I tried the solo self-found days ago, I find out that even on white tiers, some bases can drop expert. which gives you a lot of like basis defense. Or for some of the bow, like if you were to, you know what, like if you were the top 200 people, top 100 people, maybe top 50 people, whatever you drop, it's gonna be the best gears in the server. There's no way you can buy from other people because everything you drop is already the best. So the only thing you can upgrade your gear, upgrade whatever your build is, craft yourself. So what I did is like I picked up some advanced destroying bow and used my augments because there's no essence. You couldn't buy any essence, I think. And if you can, maybe the price is super high at the beginning. One exalted of each. I don't think it's really worth to do that because the eye level and whatever the base is so trash. What I used is like I used some augments, transcend aug. So if I see some flood physical, I use Rigo on that. So somehow I can get some usable bow. I'm not saying like the best bow. And after the live search, when there's more people, they finish their campaign and they will drop something better so I can buy. But at the beginning, always you have to craft something yourself. Okay. I will maybe do more explanation for early league crafting, like one to use Rigo, one to use essence, and all those stuffs. Okay, so I think that's everything for today. Ooh.